Imagine you're the world's most powerful criminal. You have literally an infinite amount of money, where your wildest and most illegal dreams could come true. If that were you, what would you do? Turns out, it's Jurassic Park. Welcome to Hacienda Nápoles, the former 7,000-acre estate of Pablo Escobar and the current scene of an environmental catastrophe that's been spanning over 3 decades. Today, this park doubles as a theme park for children and also a maximum security prison for adults. But wait, there's more. There are currently today over 200 wild hippos roaming this area of Colombia. They are killing everything in their path, they're attacking fishermen, and no one can figure out what to do. So I came all the way to Colombia to investigate and see what we can find. Honestly, I didn't personally understand the extent of Pablo Escobar's narco empire until I started learning the history. He was responsible for around 4,000 deaths, making Colombia the murder capital of the world. He was moving roughly 30,000 pounds of cocaine to the US every single day. The cartel had so much cash flowing in, it lost about 10% of its annual income just from the money rotting away, destroyed by rats, rain, and lack of storage. His fortune hit an estimated $30 to $35 billion, putting him among the 10 richest people alive and earning up to $100 million a day. He used some of this drug money to fund Hacienda Nápoles and his private zoo, complete with over 200 animals ranging from giraffes to elephants to rhinos and 4 forgotten hippos. And the country of Colombia has been attempting to recover from the mess the cartel has left behind for decades, and nowhere is that more apparent than in Medellin, Colombia. Back in the 80s and 90s, this was considered one of the most dangerous cities in the entire world, but flash forward to today, and it's considered one of the most epic transformation stories in all of Latin America. There's no way to fully understand Pablo Escobar's story without coming to Medellin. But even here, at what was once the epicenter of this narco story, most reminders of that dark chapter have thankfully disappeared, unless you know where to look. We're now crawling inside what was originally a bunker where Pablo Escobar was hiding all of his gold and cash. This is an original tunnel that was built underneath the stash house. This is crazy. This museum oddly felt more like a shrine than a history lesson, but thankfully there's so much more to this city than one man's legacy. I just checked into the Charlie in Poblado, which is by far my favorite area of the city. It's so green and lush, and this hotel room is absolutely massive, but my favorite part are the hotel's views. I mean, look at this place. It's so gorgeous, and I feel so immersed in the city here. Jamie, what's on the agenda today?
Today we are going to Comuna 13, which is an incredibly historic place where 30 plus years ago was one of the most dangerous neighborhoods in the world. And today it's turned into a vibrant hub of art and culture, and it really shows how a city can transform. So it's very exciting and it's very relevant. I mean, the hippos that this whole video is about came from all of those problems that these communities face.
It's absolutely packed. So many visitors, locals. Immediately you're just hit with so much energy. Oh, perfect. Thank you. What is the liquid underneath?
It's with salt.
It's salt.
Yeah.
Whoa. Whoop. Traditional mango passion fruit ice cream. It's hot out, especially climbing all these stairs, so. Whoa. It's so salty. Feels like it's like an electrolyte. This might be my new favorite part of the city because it just feels so alive, truly. As fun as it is to explore Medellin today, I couldn't help but think about how incredibly different life was here not that long ago. I wanted to hear what it was actually like from someone who had experienced it firsthand. Luckily, one of my friends introduced me to their mom, Claudia, who served as a police officer in Medellin for over 26 years during some of the city's most violent decades.
Yo no, en la época pues de Pablo Escobar, los que estábamos en los pueblos nos daba miedo venir a la ciudad porque era la época en que mataban policías por... Yo tengo compañeros, amigos que estuvieron secuestrados en manos de las FARC.
There's some people that look up to Escobar or like glorify him. I'm curious what your thoughts are on people who see any kind of good in what he contributed to the city.
Ay, eso es muy complejo. Pablo Escobar fue un narco, eso no lo puede negar nadie. Mandó matar policías, puso carrobombas donde cayó gente, pues todo el mundo era inocente. Entonces, acá en Medellín hay un barrio que él construyó, entonces me imagino que la gente que se vio beneficiada de alguna manera, pues tiene afecto, cariño. No es una persona, o sea, no es un orgullo. Si hay alguien que quiere ser como Pablo Escobar, está mal.
It's been so inspiring to see how much Medellin has changed. And I'm curious what you think that is from, like what caused Medellin to be able to overcome so much adversity, so much pain, so much trauma from the cartel days. What do you think caused that change?
Creo que Medellín es una ciudad de gente amable, de gente resiliente, de gente que recibe súper bien al que viene de afuera. Y sabes que también creo que aquí contamos líderes y dirigentes que se han preocupado también por invertir en seguridad, por invertir en educación, por crear oportunidades.
It's always with open arms, everybody.
It's crazy because I literally feel like I'm experiencing that right now, from like you picking me up at the airport and you introducing me to your mom and you wanting to sit down and have this conversation. It's felt like I've been so welcome the entire time.
Con gusto.
I honestly couldn't think of a more ideal traditional experience. There's horses roaming through and performing at this restaurant. It's called a traditional fonda. Oh my God. Wait a second. There's a horse climbing stairs. There's meat on the barbecue. It's traditional Antiochian food. Wow, this was huge. Oh my God. Wow, so we got chorizo, blood sausage, chicharron, plantain, ground beef, rice, fried egg, and avocado. We're constructing the perfect bite over here.
A little rice, a little sausage, and the beans, perfect combination.
No matter where I travel in the world, I always come away remembering the people more than the places. And before leaving Medellin, there was one final stop I needed to make. Pablo Escobar was killed in 1993, bringing one of the darkest chapters in Colombia's history to an end. And more than 30 years later, we decided to visit his final resting place.
About 5 minutes ago, I just had this sudden wave of intensely tragic emotions hit me. And I was doing my best to keep myself composed. I can't help but just feel it's some remnant of the pain that's been caused by someone that's here.
Pablo, el hermanito de Pablo, his brother de Pablo, el limón, alias cítrico, está acá enterrado. Y él es el papá de Pablo Escobar, que está acá.
¿Y conoces en persona a Pablo y la familia?
Sí.
¿Y conoces la familia bien? ¿O?
Sí, conozco toda la familia Escobar.
Do you work here every day?
Yo me mantengo aquí, yo le hago aseo, le pongo flores, se lo organizo, le cuento las historias a la gente.
¿Y todos los días?
Todos los días. Yo me llamo
Mucho gusto.
Lexi, nice to meet you. So, I was not expecting to come to the gravesite and actually have a conversation with someone who knew Pablo personally.
At least says he did.
I mean, yeah, potentially. Standing here at Pablo Escobar's grave, I think it's actually undeniable how much of a negative impact that Escobar had on the city of Medellin and Colombia as a whole, but thankfully this is an incredible redemption story because of how resilient the Colombian people are. While I do think that they've done an incredible job reversing the impact that Escobar had on their society, there is still one issue that persists even after all these decades, and that's Pablo Escobar's hippos. And now, to better understand what the future of the story is going to be, I want to go meet the people who are actually tasked with fixing it. Today we're heading to a local fisherman's house for lunch, where I'm meeting up with the CONARE team. This is the government environmental agency that's responsible for managing Colombia's invasive hippo crisis. Before heading out on the river, I want to try to understand how all of this happened in the first place. How long have you and how long has CONARE been trying to deal with these hippos?
A lot of years. When I was working, Pepe was killed. Pepe was the first hippo that been killed. But that time, we don't know anything about hippos. The director was, we have a biologist. Let's send him.
Oh, you were the biologist that they called? Let's get David on here to go figure it out.
We have a biologist. Just put him.
So were you one of the first people to kind of try to figure out what was happening with the hippos?
In CONARE, yes.
Okay,
In CONARE,
interesting.
yes.
It almost feels like these hippos escaped and nobody even really thought much
That's
of
an
it.
interesting question, because after the Colombian state take all of the properties and all the animals, they forgot the hippos. They never imagined that would be a problem in the years. But this time, this place was involved in a terrifying situation with violence, with the guerrillas and the paramilitary groups. And
Maybe the hippos were the last things on their minds because of what was happening with the cartels?
And the years pass, hippos reproduce. In Colombia, there is a lot of problems, and hippos. So when
We're like at the bottom of the list of problems. Seeing the way that this family lives alongside all of the animals here felt like something out of a storybook. Their home sits right at the edge of the river, and even a wild capybara roams through their yard. But that same closeness to nature means that they're arguably living with the world's most dangerous invasive species population right at their doorstep. It seems like a lot has changed because of the hippos. How much has that affected your work and your way of life?
No lo hablo por mí, lo hablo por todo el gremio pesquero. A todos nos ha afectado mucho y ha cambiado mucho. Aquí lo que un animal de hoy lo mata a uno.
How often do you see them?
Todos los días.
Every day.
Every day? Wow. What do you think should be done?
Todos merecemos vivir. Toda clase de animal merece vivir. Si tengo la posibilidad que alguien me lo reciba, yo lo saco, que lo lleven. Y si yo veo que yo no tengo la posibilidad, hay que sacrificarlos para mí. La vida mía vale más, la de un hijo mío vale más que un animal de esos. Pero como aquella persona que está en la ciudad ya sentada, durmiendo bueno, comiendo bueno, no está en mis zapatos viviendo con ellos.
Pablo Escobar's hippos may be invasive, but that doesn't mean that they're gonna be easy to find. It's on the land! It's on the land! But I've come all the way here to see these hippos in real life, and I am not leaving Colombia until I do. This is a baby one? Wow. I think we're gonna have to call it a night. We weren't able to locate the hippos. I suppose it's actually not that big of a surprise because we're looking for a population of animals that's less than 200 in a river basin that's the size of a small country. This river is massive, so you never really know when you're actually going to find them. But hopefully if we keep trying, we will. I'm now just checking into what must be one of the most beautiful eco lodges in the entire world. I took a cable car, like a pulley system, to get here, and wow. When you think of Colombia, you can think of all of the amazing cities, Bogota, Medellin, Cartagena, but there's something else about being this deep in the jungle. Sometimes for me, it takes traveling to places like this to really remember how important it is to slow down every once in a while. That actually brings me to the sponsor of today's video, which is Grow Therapy. I've been traveling for years, and therapy has been the #1 tool that's helped me stay grounded through all of life's very unpredictable chaos. One thing I really appreciate about Grow Therapy is how they make finding the right therapist for you so much less overwhelming. You can browse through thousands of different profiles, read their credentials, their bios, filter by faith or language, and find one that's genuinely the right fit for you. Grow also works with 125 different insurance plans, including Medicaid in some states, so therapy can be so much more affordable depending on your coverage. Also, unlike some other platforms, you're not locked into a subscription, you pay session by session. They also make it so easy to fit into your schedule, whether that's in the morning or in the evening or even on the weekends. So whether you're going through something, you're trying to become the healthiest version of yourself, or you're just curious to try therapy for the first time, scan this QR code or go to growtherapy.co/LexiLimitless to find the therapist that's right for you. Thanks again to Grow Therapy for sponsoring this video. It's now time to join the Cornare team on a real fieldwork expedition into the jungle. I'm really curious to see how this is gonna go.
We need to be very quiet here, and we are very close by to the hippos, to the big population of hippos. So if 1 or 2 hippos jump out of the water, we have to run, and we have to find some trees to make protection for us, because it's really dangerous. Okay?
You never go to this see the hippos with weapons, right?
No. Never. We can use weapons.
Maybe they wouldn't help? Or?
For me, it's in help, because I'm unable to use again. So, but it's really dangerous. So, if the hippo jump out, we need to run.
You see anything?
Yes.
Literally face to face with Pablo Escobar's hippos. And they're right here. Feels like my heart is beating out of my chest looking at these. There's no barriers. We have no weapons. This is one of the most intense wildlife encounters that I've ever had. I think Mama just yawned and showed us her teeth. Wow, that noise that you can hear. That's terrifying. Wow. Crazy.
Dios mío.
Oh my God.
There is a school very nearby to this lake. Sometimes the kids, I saw it playing in the lake. So this is a most concerned situation to me, because I don't want we have an accident with this. We can't forget that this is the most dangerous invasive species in the world. So the hippos, they colonize this lake because it's the biggest lake here around, but it's an artificial lake. This here, Pablo Escobar built this one and this one. We built this corral. The idea was to catch the hippos here, and the idea works.
One of the potential solutions that Cornare explored was a hippo sterilization program. The hippos are captured here, sedated, and operated on in a procedure that's both risky for the animals and the veterinarians carrying it out. But after 16 years, only 35 hippos have been sterilized, and they're reproducing faster than they can be caught. If sterilization can't keep up, could taking them into captivity be the answer? To find out, I'm heading to one of Colombia's best zoos to spend the day as a hippo caretaker. Big bowl of breakfast. This has definitely never been something that I thought that I would do at some point in my life. Might be almost exactly how much I have. Wow. Hey, getting better at this.
Contratada.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Fired. Went from hired to fired immediately. Being able to see just the sheer volume of food that these hippos consume in a single day is just one aspect of showing how expensive it must be to give these hippos a happy life in captivity. I think we're now ready to go give these hippos their breakfast. This is so crazy. Oh my God. Wow. Wow. Look at him munching. That is incredible. It's one thing seeing photos of these animals in textbooks. It is an entirely different thing seeing them this close. So now we're about to enter a more controlled area where they do medical procedures right now.
¿Listo? Vamos a secar. Abre. Quieto. Toco. Pásate eso. ¿Listo? Abre. Vamos con la segunda. Toco. Dale. ¿Listo? Toco. Tranquilo. Florexina.
So right now what's happening behind me is a medical procedure for this hippo who has damaged one of its teeth. The veterinarian here is extremely skilled. He's trained by hand this hippo to be open to literally being able to shove his hands inside of this hippo's mouth. I've truly never seen anything like this before. Keep in mind that right here behind me is one of the most dangerous animals in the entire world. I've never really seen anything else like this before.
Tranquilo. Muy bien. No, el mal genio no. Tranquilo.
What we're seeing here is the best possible scenario for the wild hippos of Colombia. One of the first suggestions that people have when they're talking about this issue with the hippos is that they should just move the hippos to captivity or sanctuaries or bioparks like this one. First of all, that's not an easy thing to do. Getting these massive, extremely dangerous animals here is a challenge on its own, but once you have them in a park like this, while this is the best case scenario, it is definitely not a low maintenance scenario. These people spend their whole careers taking care of these animals. They eat multiple times a day. They eat over $350 US per week in food each. So just the food bill, let alone the labor for cleaning their enclosures, for maintaining a healthy area for them, for taking care of their health, the expenses for how much it costs to give these hippos a good life is extremely high, but thankfully here at Jaime Duque Park there are some very happy hippos. Although these hippos are not domesticated, in no way are they friendly. This animal would attack him if he hadn't trained him properly to give these kind of exams. This is not in any way a casual animal to care for. From what you know about hippos and the problem in Colombia, what do you think is the solution to the hippos that are, reproducing so rapidly in the wild?
The euthanasia, it's called, like,
Euthanasia.
Euthanasia. Because it's the only way to really control the population. Because if we operate them like sterilize them.
Sterilization, yeah.
If we do the sterilization, they keep living. They can live 60 years, so they keep fighting with other species.
They can live to 60?
Yes, in wild, 60 years.
Wow.
So that's a lot.
That's a lot of food.
That's a lot of food.
That's
a lot of space, of poop that goes to the water, that contaminates rivers.
Wow.
A lot of time that they keep fighting with, like competing with other species for food, for space. So there are a lot of them. They keep reproducing, and if we sterilize them, they continue like living and making other problems.
Wow. We heard rumors that there's an Indian billionaire named Anant Ambani who has a wildlife refuge called Ventara, and they have insinuated that they could be interested in taking up to 80 hippos from Colombia to India. What do you think about that idea? Do you even think that that's possible?
I think it may be possible for him to take the animals to that sanctuary, but I think that's not the solution, like the right solution, because he can give that money to other causes, to protect other species, even to protect the hippos that are there in Africa. It's not worth to spend that amount of money moving the animals to other places where, if he can help other animals that really need it.
At the end of the day, it sounds like none of the solutions that are on the table are great, and unfortunately it sounds like the main, most sustainable solution is euthanasia. After years of debate, the Colombian government may have just officially decided to begin culling the invasive hippo population. If this truly is the beginning of the end for Colombia's wild hippos, then this might be one of the last opportunities to ever witness them roaming free in the Magdalena River. And I have one final chance to find them.
It's a huge river. Chasing hippos here, it's impossible.
Fingers crossed we'll find them today. You can see that these are the paths that they use to climb.
Yes,
right there.
yes. Look at the tracks.
Yeah.
And I was telling you that look at all of the bushes.
They hide in the bushes, right?
I can't hide in the bushes. Look.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh.
It's a warning. It's a warning.
It's huge.
Oh my god, it's huge. Oh my god. Let's go. Vámonos.
Vamos.
Is it okay?
It's not okay.
Oh my god.
No, ya. It's a really big one. Vamos a ponernos en la isla Giovanni Villa. El ojo. El ojo.
What?
We are too close of him. I don't like it.
That was way too close. Do you usually get that close to them?
Not so close. It was too close. And the one we saw, it's a really big one.
That one was huge. That's the biggest hippo I've ever seen in my life. I have seen hippos. In Africa, where they belong. That was definitely one of those like lock in or die moments.
This is the biggest, most macho hippo of all of them here.
It's kind of an alpha male.
The bull.
I'm like speechless right now. That was so intense. Oh my gosh. We're seeing these hippos in the wild. Oh my God, yes. The green algae, they just keep bobbing their heads up and down outside of it. I've never quite seen anything like this. Oh my God. You could have no idea that there's hippos here hiding beneath the surface. Standing here and being able to see these hippos in a more relaxed state, they're just kind of bobbing their heads in and out of the water, I can't help but feel sad for them. I feel like this is an ecological tragedy in a way, because these hippos didn't choose to be here, they were brought here. It is still an innocent animal. I do think that human life does have to have the priority here, unfortunately, but it is quite peaceful out here. After everything I'd learned on this trip in Colombia, it was hard to know what to make of it all. Every chapter of this story somehow grew more unbelievable than the last, and I couldn't stop thinking about something David had mentioned in passing. It's such a bizarre problem.
Magical realism. It's difficult to explain, but it's very real for all of us.
It turns out he was talking about a famous style of fiction that's become closely associated with Colombia and its culture. Magical realism. It's when a story that at first appears normal is invaded by something too strange to believe. For example, a poor boy with big dreams becomes the world's most infamous drug lord. His fortune fills the countryside with buried treasure and exotic animals. Then 4 forgotten hippos wander into the wilderness and become one of the most dangerous invasive species on Earth. And now scientists are forced to make impossible choices. Protect their ecosystem or protect innocent animals that never chose to be here. And perhaps the most realistic solution to all of this is transporting these hippos halfway around the world to a wildlife sanctuary built by a billionaire. If someone had written this as a fiction, you'd probably say it was too unbelievable. I don't know what's going to happen to the wild hippos of Colombia, but I do know that they're writing the latest chapter in a country where history has a habit of becoming stranger than fiction.